Hey guys, welcome. This is a general reading for the collective of Gemini Libra Aquarius for the Mercury retrograde that we are now in. Mercury stationed retrograde on the 25th of November. And so I'm sort of taking this by element, but let's go ahead and pull some oracle from Super Attractor, Gabby Bernstein's deck. I'll get a card for each sign. Then I'll tell you a little bit about the retrograde, and then we'll do a nice tarot spread. And we'll focus on communication in your relationships. That's the plan. Here we go. Gemini. Directing my focus onto what's thriving creates more of what I want. Nice. Right? Not on what's struggling or what's giving you trouble, but focus on what's thriving. Libra. Ooh, somebody else got this. I heal the habit of fear and I embrace the habit of love. Heal the habit of fear, embrace the habit of love. Perfect for Libra, ruled by Venus. You feel me? And Aquarius. Feeling good will bring me far more than whatever I thought I needed. Yes, feeling good. Focus on the feelings, feeling good. She has a lot of emphasis on that in her decks, in her books, which I like. I have to remind myself 100 times a day to focus on feeling good, because there are a number of things I can put my attention to that are less than ideal. But when I focus on things that are doing okay, that are feeling, where I feel good, I come through the day with a much more positive outlook. It's not about, spiritual bypass or anything like that. I still have issues to contend with, but I can contend with them more effectively and efficiently if I'm coming from a sense of optimism. There, okay? So before I jump into our tarot spread, let me tell you about this retrograde. I like to focus, we have 3 retrogrades, Mercury retrogrades per year, roughly. And I like to choose one each year. I've been doing that for about the last 3 or 4 years. So this one is the last one of 2024, but it's in a challenging sign. Mercury is not crazy about being in the sign of Sagittarius, because Mercury is very detail-oriented. Sag, not so much. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, so it's very big picture thinking. Everything is over the top. Details don't matter when we're in the Sagittarian mansion, so it can get a little dicey. Sagittarius began the journey of this particular retrograde on November 7th when he reached 6 degrees of Sagittarius. And then he trekked through, this is Act 1, right? The pre-shadow phase, all the way through to 22 degrees. Hit 22 degrees on the 25th and turned around. That was yesterday. And is now going to go back over those same degree points until he gets back to 6 degrees. And he's going to turn around again, station direct on December 15th. And then we'll traverse those same degree points again, hit 22 degrees, and be free and clear of the retrograde cycle. So it's a literal 3-act play. We go over those degree points. When he's moving forward, that's where things come up that we hit like snags and bumps along the way. And then when he goes retrograde, we feel them again in the below, right? Where it kind of takes us through things in a way where we have all the rethinking, the reevaluating, the sometimes we need to recharge our batteries, we need to repair or renew. And I like to approach this reading from the standpoint of what do we need to rethink or reevaluate? What do we need to recommit to in our connections? And what are we preparing for on the other side when we get to the free and clear point? So that's sort of how I approach this kind of a reading. And you want to check in your natal chart for where 6 degrees to 22 degrees of Sagittarius falls. I am not talking about planets or points, so you don't need to worry about that. You're looking for the house or houses. So for example, when I look at my natal chart, and I find Sagittarius on the outside of the zodiac wheel, most of my 5th house is Sagittarius. So the 5th house themes are play and joy and pleasure and creativity. It's the house that Leo rules, so it's romance and that kind of stuff. I know. Very possible someone could return from the past, right? Another reword is reconnections, reunions, reconciliations. All those things tend to happen during a retrograde, so keep that in mind. But for me, because I'm in a creative headspace right now, that may be challenging for me. I'm trying to come up with some courses and some other things for the channel, and it may be a little challenging because I'm a detail girl. I'm a Virgo, Mercury ruled, right? And so that could be my issue, is that I may be a little befuddled because everything's so amorphous in Mercury and Sag. So that's the idea. Once you find 6 degrees to 22 degrees and what house or houses it falls in, if you have any questions, put it in the comments, and I'm happy to tell you what primary area of life it might be impacting for you. Okay, but it impacts all areas of life and communications, perceptions, thoughts, also travel, and obviously technology. So back all your stuff up. If you're traveling, here's a good thing to think about. If we're not in the detail minded, it's one of those situations where you could leave your tickets and your passport on the kitchen table and head out to the airport. So you want to, force yourself into the mindset of making checklists, because you're not going to be able to hold it all in your head, because you're already going to be, your head's going to be at the airport and all the details will be left behind at home. It's that kind of a retrograde. Okay, so I thought I would let you know that. And so for this, the purposes of this spread, I'm going to be looking at communication, the main theme, what's crossing you, where's the challenge, what's been at the root of that, maybe past issues or not, and top of mind, and then in the near future. And I'll pull some extra cards for how things might unfold. And then in the extended, I will break it down individual sign, reading for Gemini, for Libra, and for Aquarius. So I'll talk about that shortly. Okay, so that's what we're doing. I'm going to jump into our tarot spread now, but before I do, wanted to make sure you know that I am offering a Black Friday special on private readings. So there's a link below. You'll see it. It says Black Friday special. It's about 20% off my regular rate. It is only being advertised during these Mercury retrograde readings, and I think I'm doing a new moon reading on Black Friday, so the 29th of November, and the deal ends at 11:59 p.m. on Black Friday. So it's just the next few days. Take advantage of it if you've been wanting a private reading. Okay, here we go. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. For the retrograde. Nine of Cups. And what's challenging? Okay, so the theme here is someone's kind of resting on their laurels. There might be some complacency with regard to where the connection is headed for the long term. There's that energy with the Nine of Cups of things feel kind of good as they are, but maybe not for you. There's this thought of, well, where's this headed? And we get this sort of like, well, aren't things good as they are? And it's not that they're not. It's just that that's probably what the main issue is. Yes, and it's been going on for a while. You've been patient, and you've set intentions for a connection that would go the distance, that has a future, and you're waiting and waiting and waiting, and nothing's really changing. Yep, commitment there in the past, the Hierophant. Very likely there have been some conversations about it. Yes. See, Ace of Swords, top of mind. I need to know. You have a need to know. You're seeking that clarity. Three of Cups in the near future for some of you. There's a need for sort of some joy, some celebratory energy that this information could bring. Maybe a reconciliation for those of you who have had difficult conversations around this, right? Like reconciling the differences. But the Three of Cups is associated with holidays as well, so that's very interesting. And then we have the Five of Wands, the Nine of Wands, and the Knight of Wands. Some of you are going to have a return. Somebody's coming back. If you are in any form of separation, or if there's been any kind of arguments, someone's going to come around. So you might want to hang in there. Not really throwing the towel just yet. And this is Sagittarian energy. So we're definitely in the Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius. And so I feel like the frustration, the tension, the irritation, whatever that Five of Wands is for you, there'll be some resolution to it, possibly, that feels good. So that's the general. I'm going to get some clarifiers. And I do want to sort of let you know, though, that I use this, I'm sharing it with everybody, this Mercury retrograde book written by Yasmin Boland of Moonology fame. She's the creator of the Moonology decks, and Kim Farnell, her co-author. And it says, turn chaos into creativity to repair, renew, and revamp your life. And she breaks it down by Mercury retrograde in each of the signs. So like I have it tabbed here for Mercury, the upside of Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius. So she gives you a positive spin, right? The chance to look at the big picture here. That's why I'm giving you a big picture. It's not time to throw in the towel on the disagreement you have here about where this relationship is headed, because some clarity that you need may be coming around. Okay? Whatever's going on, use this time to realize there's a larger plan for you to create a better upgraded future. Aha. Let's see. Then she says, what to watch out for. Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius can stimulate opinions that would be better left unspoken. Right? So this is not the time to get in the weeds of the details. Remember I mentioned that? Like, keep it broad, keep it general in this time, right? Wait till after the 15th, because by the time the holidays come, you'll be in a much better frame of mind, and so will your person. So that's what I'm seeing here. Great source. I love it. I use it for every retrograde. It keeps me sane. Okay, here we go. Nine of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, Four of Wands, Hermit, Judgment. The Hermit is your wisdom about this situation, and how you're kind of maybe guiding it. I'm seeing you as the guide in that Hermit energy. This is a sacred connection. You're aware of the beginning of life partnership and where it's headed, but nothing's really happening. You're dealing with somebody who's kind of like, I like things how they are. You may not be feeling it that way. You want to see some sort of effort, some sort of sign that you're moving towards something more committed and long-term The Judgment card from the bottom of the deck, for those who are new, the cards from the bottom of the deck are what you can't see. So it's either in your own unconscious awareness or it's playing out behind the scenes. Could also be in the unconscious awareness of your person. But this is a card of reconciliation. It's a card of forgiveness if that's needed, of second chances. It is a card also of awakening, that like, oh, I get it now. I see that very clearly. So I'm feeling that Judgment card is something it's for you. It's something you're kind of keeping tucked away there. And I am feeling this more as reconciliation, a cause for celebration, coming post retrograde once we get things back on track. So the Seven of Pentacles, the root here of the issue is this has been going on a while. There's our Knight of Wands, Ten of Wands, and you're over it. And there's Jupiter, right? Jupiter across the way is opposite Mercury right now in Gemini. And it's like this is starting to feel like it's not in the cards for you. So it's weighing on you. It's the Knight of Wands can feel right now like this has been in and out. It's been too much, it's feeling like it's negative karma. It's the universe doesn't have your back. It's not going to work out. It's taking too long. Do you see what I'm saying? Which is why I'm feeling this energy of the Five of Wands as the conflict here. And the message is, yeah, but don't give up just yet, because something's coming back around. Now, you may be like, yeah, but I don't want that. I don't want the in and out. Stick a pin in it, though, because remember, there's a bigger plan. This is the ruler of this Mercury retrograde because it's in Sagittarius. So there may be a bigger plan, and that's the optimistic take we want to have through this retrograde is maybe there's something bigger being worked out behind the scenes, Jupiter. So even though it's exhausting and it's stressful and it feels like the weight of the world, now is not the time to kind of throw in the towel. Hierophant in the past, never during a retrograde. Never make that kind of a decision during a retrograde. Like if I was working with you one-on-one, that's the first thing I would say. Nope. No decisions like that during retrograde. Okay, so it's definitely this person's been resisting the whole topic of commitment, and you just let it go. There you are, Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, I got it in the back of my mind here, and I'm just going to move on from it because I'm just meeting with resistance and defensiveness. So I feel like you did stick a pin in it a while ago, or at least in previous convos. I think you just were like, boop, yep, okay, I'm not going to fight City Hall here. But now, Ace of Swords, top of mind, I need to know. I got to get some clarity here. Wow. Right? Am I just going to end up hurt? And is this just, a lesson I'm learning over and over and over again? The world is Saturn. Saturn, the great teacher and the Lord of Karma. And, Saturn, we have Saturn returns. It's a very cyclical kind of a planet. But it's endings, but it's new beginnings as well. And I feel like that's your question. Is this going to end with me just being laid out, like I'm just going to get my heart broken? Or is it something that we can have an end to a painful cycle and then a new beginning? And the Hanged Man is coming in from the bottom of the deck. Feels like you're just in limbo. And that's what your big question is. Am I just in limbo and I'm going to end up getting, I can't think of it any other way than it's just going to lay me out. Or is this an opportunity for a new beginning. So I definitely feel you're more focused from a negative perspective. It's coming in with, like, I need to know, but your need to know is focused on concern about getting hurt. 3 of Cups in the near future. Well, I feel like whatever the reconciliation is, whatever the opportunities of being together in some form of celebration, the result of it doesn't move fast enough for you. It doesn't move fast enough for you. It leaves you still sort of stuck in questioning, like self-doubt, second-guessing, not sure you got your question answered, not sure you got the clarity. And it makes it difficult because you're in that mode of, I have a decision to make. And you're kind of going to walk away with not a whole lot more clarity because things are moving very slowly. Now, I'm going to tell you, because I'm reading for air signs, and air signs want their answer, they want to make their decision, lickety-split, and they want to go on. Right? But you may not be dealing with somebody that operates that way. I know I see this Knight of Wands, and that in and out, that fire energy can be very fast, but the Knight of Pentacles, whoa. If you're dealing with Knight of Pentacles energy in the near future, that's somebody who's turning around and saying, if we're talking about the long haul here, if we're talking about potentially, marriage, a future commitment, I'm going to take that seriously. I'm going to have a plan. And I'm going to move very methodically. And I'm going to start saving my money. And I'm going to start, considering all the processes involved. I'm going to, I'm not just going to show up willy-nilly and do this, on an impulse. So the Knight of Pentacles does slow their roll, and they do move forward very slowly, very deliberately, intentionally, methodically, with a plan. So again, I feel like it throws you to some degree to kind of have this person downshift into that energy, to come toward you very slowly, and it'll be a crossroads moment for you. You will have a decision to make. So let's see the cards that sort of look after the retrograde. 5 of Wands, 9 of Wands, Knight of Wands, 7 of Pentacles, 2 of Wands, King of Pentacles. Well, there's the King to the Queen. Yeah. I think the message here is it's about them coming in and choosing the path. It is going to take time. Because now they're just catching up to you. You've been at this 7 of Pentacles, right? That's part of the problem. You got there a whole lot sooner. This person's been in and out and enjoying the love, the passion, the whatever it is y'all got going. They've been enjoying it. And now we're going to shift into something a lot more serious. And they're going to take it more seriously. And it's going to shift the energy. And so I feel like when they come back around and they make up their mind and they start to contemplate the future and the path forward, they're doing it from energy of the King of Pentacles. Someone that is going to show up for you and stay and be the life partner that you can count on. it changes the energy dynamic completely. So you may want to take that into consideration, that it will take them time to catch up to where you are. And it's not going to happen like that. But you will get your answer, I believe. So now that we have the lay of the land, and I will give you the astrology, the link to the extended is below. For those of you who have, listen carefully, monthly memberships, that means you have the renewal, right? For these signs, Aries, Taurus, Cancer, Libra, Scorpio, Sag, Capricorn, and Aquarius. If you have a monthly membership for those 8 signs, I am gifting you this extended. You have to go into your account at moments.com, like you always do. And I added a collection called Mercury RX. That stands for retrograde. So you'll scroll and you'll see that, and it's there for you. And if you are Leo, Virgo, Gemini, or Pisces, and you've been getting extra readings this month, I have reduced the price for this extended. So you can just grab it. The link's below. So I'm trying to make it fair for everybody since I've been changing the order of readings, and Leo, Virgo, Gemini, and Pisces got extra readings this month, and the other 8 signs, I'm giving you this extended as a way to kind of make it up to you. So I hope you all feel like I'm doing something. I'm trying to be all things to all people, and that's the only way I can do it, okay? And the extended is going individual signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, based on this reading, but it will be your individual sign, okay? So here we go. Virgo in the Hermit, we have Judgment is Pluto, which rules Scorpio. Knight of Wands came out twice. That is Sagittarius. Wheel of Fortune, Jupiter, which rules Sagittarius. Hierophant is Taurus. Queen of Pentacles is Capricorn. The World card is Saturn, Aquarius, and Capricorn. The Hanged Man is Neptune, which rules Pisces. Knight of Pentacles is Virgo. And the King of Pentacles is Taurus. That's what I have for you. I am headed to the extended. If you enjoyed this reading, and if you've been watching for a while and you haven't yet done so, I ask that you do subscribe below. That's the energetic exchange between us. It has been helping. The channel has been growing. My little idea, my little creative idea to kind of intersperse the less viewed readings with more popular signs has been working. Yay! And I'll do an update maybe next month sometime to show you that. I'm thinking of doing a recording on a platform for you where I can do a screen share, where I can show you what it looks like on my dashboard so you can go, wow, what a difference. And so I thank you from the bottom of my heart for your understanding, for your patience. And I'm headed to the extended. I'll see you there in a second. Bye for now.